Hello everybody, Social Coach Michael Knight here, and today what we're going to be talking about is why sometimes women seem to get even more upset after you do what they want. Now, maybe they've been nagging you for a long time to do something and you finally relent, and they only seem to become angrier after you do it. And men are often confused why, even after continually sacrificing themselves to provide for the woman, their women sometimes only seem more upset and less interested in them. And on the flip side, sometimes women are even confused by this. They're like, why am I still unsatisfied even after this guy has done exactly what I've asked for? The fundamental concept behind this scales all the way from the level of just, you buy a girl a drink at the bar and she loses interest in talking to you, maybe after you start to chase her a little bit, or maybe even years after you're into a relationship, you feel like the girl then starts trying to make you jump through hoops and then actually gets angry when you finally do jump through the hoops. And you're like, what is going on? And that's what we're about to explain. So here we go. So sometimes the underlying issue, not all the time, but a lot of times in these cases, if this is the type of behavior you're seeing, the issue is you're failing to hold a strong frame and you're no longer appearing consistent or congruent. Now, I define congruence as your thoughts, words, and actions all being aligned and congruent in a current moment, like instantaneous moment in time. That is, what you say and do is matching what you're thinking. Non-congruent behaviors include things like when it's obvious that you care about something but you're pretending on the outside like you don't, or your body language shows that you're nervous and uncomfortable when you're trying to act confidently on the outside, or you're being really stuck in your head and not present in the current moment. These are all examples of you being not congruent, your thoughts, words, and actions not being aligned. And normally women, their biggest fear is actually being deceived by a guy. And I think this comes from evolutionary biology, being where if a female picked a mate and that mate deceived her, she's not really getting the good genes or support or environment that she thought she was going to get. And the cost of that, of raising this person's child after being deceived, is huge. So women, I think, have this huge fear of being deceived, and they fear this deception kind of more than anything else, and their BS detectors start going off. And what's really interesting, though, is women are often fine accepting some large issue or problem about you that they know about, but then some small hidden issue that doesn't seem really congruent to the rest of you, they might flip out. Like sometimes this guy will have like a mistress, and the mistress knows he has a wife, and then she finds out he's been like texting some other girl as well, not his wife but another woman, and she flips out about that. I mean, what's the real big issue? You're probably dating a married guy. You think the wife would be what you'd have an issue with, or but when you find out surprise he's talking, it's all about the information flow. Women want to feel like they're consistently getting a accurate description of who you are so they can use that information to make decisions. Now, consistency I defined as your behaviors remaining constant over time. That is just, you're the same guy today as you were yesterday. And women want to be with a guy with a strong frame, which in turn makes them feel secure. And so if a man lacks boundaries and can easily be manipulated or controlled by a woman to get what she wants, a woman feels emotionally betrayed. If your number one concern is pleasing a woman, then always by putting yourself second, you're showing how little you care for yourself. If you do not believe that you are worth much, why should the woman think anything different? By constantly sacrificing yourself in an attempt to please a woman, you're not earning her love, but instead you're losing her respect. Again, this doesn't mean that you should not compromise or provide for a woman. What is meant is that you should act because you want to, not because you feel obligated, socially pressured, or want something in return. Women will often relent on their pettier desires when offered the opportunity to be with a man with a strong frame. When a man with a strong frame provides a woman with a gift, the woman then fully appreciates it. She will know that the gift comes from a place of benevolence rather than just being an installment payment towards her love and approval. Consistency often comes into play in long-term relationships. In these cases, consistency is tested by reevaluating a man's personal boundaries. A man must set personal boundaries in his life and not let them be compromised by others, himself, or his partner. A woman wants to be with a man that she respects, and if a man does not respect himself, why should she respect him? If a woman knows that she can manipulate her man, she will then worry how her man will stand against the rest of the world. This will result in a woman feeling insecure, and uncared for. This insecurity then takes the form of anger, resentment, or infidelity. And these might be the signs that you're seeing. And you feel like, I see this, oh crap, I want to do something, she seems upset, I'll do what she asks, and then she won't be upset anymore. And then, whoa, boom, it explodes, and only gets worse. And you're like, what is going on? And again, this is because you're not really providing her what she really wants, which is a sense of security. Men wonder why, when they finally relent and just give a woman what she wants, it just makes her angrier and more emotional. And this is because while you're logically providing her what she wants, emotionally, you're betraying her by showing a lack of conviction. You must be unafraid to call out a woman's behavior when she crosses one of your boundaries. While this may cause some tension in the short term, the long-lasting sense of strength and security it provides a woman will only strengthen the relationship. The key solution to solving these issues is to develop a core sense of confidence, not based on external things, but based on your internal state. And when you have this, and you have that strong central core and a strong central frame, then it is much less likely for women to have to do these tests where they're testing your congruence or testing your consistency because they feel secure. It's when they feel not secure and they get a little worried that they start kind of acting out and seeing how you react and giving you these little tests. They're getting maybe what they mentally want, but again, emotionally, they're seeing you crack under the pressure, and that makes them afraid and feel insecure. Now, all these concepts I go over way in depth in my book on attraction, which is linked to in the description below. So if you want to find out more, I recommend you check that out. And also, if you like this content, please like and subscribe, since that would be doing me a huge favor when it comes to help grow this channel. And also consider becoming a Patreon subscriber, because that would really help support my work, and it will give you unlimited access to Enhanced EQ online video course, which again covers a lot of these topics. That's all for today. Until next time, ciao.